Tonight on Combat Chefs.
Stand out, ease.
I mean, that is inedible. That is stinking.
An inspection of army issue sandwiches.
Look at this one. It's egg and ham without the egg.
Leaves Major Harry Lomas shell-shocked.
I feel slightly embarrassed that that's going out under our name.
At a Blitz-themed officers' dinner.
Oh my God, now the lights are on.
A blackout in the kitchen as the chefs running for cover.
We're going to move all the stuff up to the main kitchen.
And Harry dons his chef whites to get back to basics.
Good morning, sir. Okay, good morning. Have you cleaned your nails?
Not yet, sir.
Why not?
Horse Guards Parade, Whitehall. From the building where Wellington once held office, this is the headquarters for all regiments based around London. The man responsible for feeding London District's troops is renowned perfectionist Major Harry Lomas.
As you would expect the Guards to produce their standards when on parade, then I expect my chefs to produce the standards in the kitchen.
In a world of pre-packaged processed food, Harry's mission is to hold the line and deliver hearty, home-cooked grub.
The clue to this is the word chef, therefore chef. If they're not going to chef, then we might as well get monkeys in there to open packets. In the main, I want it freshly cooked.
One of the busiest and biggest army bases in London is Wellington Barracks, home to the Guards. Today, Sergeant Whiteley and his team of chefs are preparing for one of Major Lomas's routine inspections.
He actually took me through training. He was my company sergeant major, and he used to beast me up and down the stairs and always shouting at me and screaming through his window, "Get here, Whiteley!" Put me in jail twice as well. Yeah. Even though I've done now 18 years in the army, I'm still nervous of that man.
Harry has sent ahead one of his trusty scouts, Warrant Officer Roger Marshall, to make sure standards are being maintained.
I've got to come in and make sure the guys know exactly what they're doing. We've got young girls and boys straight out of training here. Some of them probably never seen a piece of fillet steak before, and we haven't got an endless supply of it, so it's got to be right first time.
Lance Corporal Gladstone Nelson is the chef responsible for making the soup du jour, an army staple, tomato soup.
Right, we've got a chef here, says he's making fresh tomato soup.
Yes, sir.
And I said, where's your recipe? I haven't got one because I've done it loads of times before. What do we make fresh tomato soup with?
Onions,
What else?
bacons,
What else?
tomato puree.
What else? What else is missing? I'll give you a clue, they're orange and they're over there.
Carrots.
Is it going to be good?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
If it's not good, who's going to eat all that?
Me, sir?
Good girl.
Okay.
Well done.
In barracks, Harry's combat chefs have to cook quality meals from fresh ingredients on a budget of just £1.75 per day per soldier.
Running a kitchen within the military is pretty much like running a business. All right, we're not in it to make profit, but what we've got to do is make the books balance at the end of the month.
To do that, Harry instills an essential discipline into his chefs by deploying his main weapon, an army cookbook called the Joint Services Publication 404.
The idea, we use the JSP 404, the Bible, the recipe, and the reason we do that, it's a standard, and it's costed so I know how much ingredients to buy in and how much ingredients that we're going to be using. Once they can get that right in the in-barracks feeding, it means that when they go out on exercise and operations, they've got some idea of how to bring this food together.
Is this the bloody dreaded tomato soup being finished off now, is it?
Yes, sir.
How much sugar are you putting in there?
Not a lot, sir.
Not a lot. How much? Handful?
Yeah.
A handful? Tastes like, and you tell me what it tastes of. Honestly.
Honestly? Sugar.
Too much.
Too much sugar for definite.
Why has it all gone horribly wrong, this? Because what didn't we do? What did we speak about this morning?
All over the recipe.
What did we say?
Recipe.
And what did you say had happened, sir? I promise you it'll be what?
Tasty.
And what is it? Taste of shit. He hasn't weighed out any of the raw ingredients. He's there with a scoop of sugar, just tipping it in. If he'd have got this morning a recipe for 50 portions of tomato soup, weighed it out, done it exactly what it says on the tin, it'd come out perfect. When Major Lomas comes in the kitchen later on and tastes that soup, there will be hell to pay. He will go absolutely ballistic.
Where's Salt Whiteley? Is it? Salt Whiteley! What's the quantities have we got?
Quantities, we've got £2 of onions, £4 of steak, and £2 of broccoli, sir.
£2 a steak?
£4 of steak, sir.
£4? There's no more than £4 a steak in there.
But we're only going to use £4, sir.
What's that?
That is a tomato sauce, sir.
Nothing escapes Harry's eagle eyes.
What is this? What's this?
Soup, sir.
It's what?
Tomato soup.
Tomato soup. Where's the recipe?
I didn't go off the recipe, sir.
What do you mean? Well, how many portions are there?
That was about a good 30 portions, sir.
About? Where do we find the recipe?
The JSP, sir.
Right, okay. So why didn't we follow the recipe? I do not do about recipes. The idea of the recipe, okay, is priced out, costed out, therefore we make the right amount of numbers that we need to go on the hot plate.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That doesn't even look like tomato soup, does it? It looks like shit. That's what it looks like.
Yes.
Get me a spoon. You know where that needs to go, don't you?
Yes, sir. We added something.
Where does it need to go?
In the bin, sir.
Right, get in the bin. In the bin. And I want a list of the ingredients you put in there, because I can bill you for that.
Okay,
All right, good?
I wasn't thinking about the recipe itself. I was thinking about, making the soup 100% my way. I thought when they taste it, they would be like, yeah, it's off the hook.
Put the necktie round. Good. And you need to tidy yourself up a bit. All right?
Yes.
You look like you've been on the ragtag and bobtail. Okay?
It's a dressing down for Lance Corporal Nelson, but as the man responsible for the kitchen, it's Sergeant Whiteley who gets it in the neck.
Right, listen, we've got a guy, tomato soup.
Yes, sir.
The trouble is,
Too sweet.
Sergeant,
Yes, sir.
that's what you need to be doing all the time.
Yes, sir.
Going round checking. I can't understand they're not on recipes. Why are they not using recipes? Is it just to wind me up today? Is it or what?
We do have recipes, sir.
It's a business that we're in. The fact we're in the army, it's taxpayers' money we're dealing with, and therefore it's got to be used properly.
Coming up.
Stand out, ease. That is inedible. That is stinking.
A lunchtime shock
Look at this one. It's egg and ham without the egg.
spurs Harry back to the floor.
I can't wait to get out round the units and start kicking some arse.
Good morning, sir.